Hello, my name is Karen Kinsley, and I'm the stage makeup teacher for Ramapo College. I'm not there with you today, and the reason I'm actually in the makeup room at the University of Montana in Missoula, Montana. I'm working on The Great Gatsby, and it opens next week. And so I won't be able to be with you today for the first session. So I wanted to go over the syllabus and get you started on finding your makeup kits, purchasing your makeup kits, so we can hit the ground running next week and continue the course from there. So I've mailed each of you a syllabus for this spring, and let me just go over it so we're all on the same page. This is Theater 130-01. It's 4 credits. We meet from 9:45 to 1 p.m. on Tuesday morning. This really is a lab course, and it explores the materials and techniques used in the art of makeup for the stage, as well as the film and video. Emphasis is on using makeup techniques to enhance the actor's appearance as a character through thoughtful character analysis, careful design, and skillful application. Personal makeup kit and supplies as specified under the text readings and materials section are required. So this really is a cumulative course, and we're not asking you to be makeup artists as you come into this course. And this is not really a course about special effects and doing things. Perhaps you've seen the TV show Face Off, that they do extraordinary prosthetics and very avant-garde, unusual creatures and that kind of thing. The emphasis of this particular course is really for actors, and it's to be able to make a connection between what the emotional core of your character is and what you can do physically with your face and using makeup techniques to bring that character to the surface for the audience. As part of the storytelling of theater, we want to be able to really enhance and make a complete character. And so this course really is how even the smallest things like tension or stress or certainly age make a difference in terms of your character. So we're going to work on painting techniques and drawing techniques throughout the course. And this is really not a matter of coming in as an artist, but I think you will be really surprised if you really concentrate on work here, how wonderful your work can become by the end of the semester. This is a lot of fun. I love this course, and I do take it seriously. I can never say often enough that it is really important to show up at class. I know I'm not setting a great example today because I'm 2,000 miles away, but I want you to know that the most important thing is really coming to class to participate. Throughout the class hours that were there, I'll ask you to do makeup, but then I give you a suggestion, and I ask you to go back and make the correction. And it's a sort of a two-way street to help you improve and help you understand some of the techniques and to enhance your own makeup process. So, your parents or your loan officer have paid way too much for this course to sleep in. So roll out of bed, doesn't matter what you're wearing, come with a clean face, you don't even have to have makeup applied when you come. Show up and have a really good semester. So the course goals are really to help you do a variety of makeup projects that will stretch your imagination, and we use products from Mayron, which is a local company. They're in Chestnut Ridge, New York. So I'm going to ask you actually to drive to their headquarters and purchase the professional makeup kit that we will use for the course. We're going to augment, change, or embrace facial features that are on you that you already own, obviously. We do painting with highlights and shadows with makeup. We apply artificial facial hair, and we create we're going to do some work with latex prosthetics. So we're going to do some scars and that kind of thing, or burns that can be applied to the skin to give texture and to really enhance the dimensionality of the scar or the burn. Over the course of the semester, you'll develop a method for actually planning out some of these projects. I hope that the idea is not to come in and just wing it on the morning of the class. We do a sheet called a face plan that is actually a diagram of your face, and that you practice, essentially figure out what you're going to do for your project on this face plan, and you bring it to class. This way, I hope that you've actually thought about what you're going to do, and it will help you really to do a better project than just winging it. in the course of throughout the semester. You'll have an opportunity to express your creativity. We have a wide variety of projects. We do fantasy, we do old age, we do pirate, we do zombie. I'll go over the course outline, but through each of those, we are looking at a different aspect of makeup, and hopefully something that you'll be using sometime in the future. Maybe it will only be for Halloween or some sort of fun party, but never, or just when you go see a movie. You will definitely appreciate the work of makeup artists once you've been through this course. We are going to work on your own face. We don't have any kind of a third party come in and work on them. So it is important, if you have extremely sensitive skin or you are highly allergic to products, you might reconsider this class. We use Mayron products that they do not add any perfumes or fillers or that kind of thing. But the process of putting on a heavier, creamy makeup and taking it off sometimes can irritate people's skin. We work with rubber latex. If you're extremely allergic to rubber latex or to rubber, perhaps this may not be the course for you if you can't be in the proximity of it. We do have methods that you can apply it and work through the processes without applying it to your face. So also men need to be clean shaven, because things, we want to work on your face and not have to go over the stubble of beards. If you have piercings, facial piercings, they need to be removed, because we're creating a character each time we do it, and I just don't want to see any kind of studs or rings on your face during class. It's just a rule that I have. You have to live by that. On your syllabus, you'll notice that we've identified student learning outcomes, what's expected of this class. I'll tell you that I have high hopes and high expectations for everyone in the class. I start out with an A, and pretty much every semester somebody messes it up because of absences, or they don't turn in a project, or their midterm paper, or their final paper, or their morgue. It's usually a lack of trying or a lack of organization that messes people up. I grade you on your attentiveness, I grade you on your determination, I grade you on your preparation for class, and you're trying to see how you really want to make this project work. So it's not a difficult class, but I expect you to really come and enjoy yourself and participate. So it really is part of the core of this particular project. These learning outcomes have been identified, I think, in all of your syllabi at Ramapo College. So we try to break it up and show you how we're breaking up and emphasizing the class and how we're dividing it. Moving on to required readings, texts, and materials. As I said, we're going to use the Mayron, Mehron products for this class. I'm going to ask you to buy a Mayron Cream Blend makeup kit. If you go online and look for it, it will probably be called a stick makeup. The other option is called pancake makeup. That makeup is used with a damp sponge and rubbed, the makeup is put onto the sponge in a damp form and goes on your face. It's a fine product, but for our purposes, the cream blend is much easier to blend and to work with as students. So make sure that if you pick up a kit or you order a kit, it's called Cream Blend Stick. It will come in a tube, and we turn the bottom and the stick comes up. So that's the product that you'll be asked to purchase. I'm also going to ask you to purchase a 5-color clown palette. That includes yellow. So in this palette, it's like a little stream, little pots all put together, is black, white, blue, red, and yellow. I had to think for a minute. In this 5-pack. In addition, I will ask you to get a single pot of green. Therefore, we have all of the primary colors in this kit. We will use these colors that are not normal human colors when we do animal, when we do Chinese, when we do fantasy, when we do sort of extraordinary things. Burns and scars are part of that color range. So I'm going to ask you also to get that. Another thing we do in this class is called a makeup morgue. I'm not sure where that name comes from. It's probably because at some point in time, For brown and gray eyeshadow, I'd like you to get a powdered eyeshadow for your kits to have. They can have a slight amount of metallic in them, but matte is preferable. Waterproof mascara is a good item for a makeup kit, because if you're doing an emotional scene or you perspire, the waterproof mascara will stay on your eyelashes better. For men, you could get a brown, you don't have to get black. But even men, I think it's nice to just enhance your eyelashes just a little bit. You'll need something that you can take a selfie with. It can be a phone, it can be a camera, but at the end of each project, I'm going to ask you to take a selfie, and we're going to create a Google website that you will upload those photos to a Google website. Accomplishes two things, really. Hopefully you'll learn how a website works. It's a free website program. And the second thing is that you begin to build a portfolio. Whether you're in business or theater or whatever, it's really nice to have a record of artistic things that you've done or projects that you've completed. So you will be creating a Google site, and the selfie will be included in each one of those for each project. Also, you should acquire either cold cream or makeup remover wipes, something to take the makeup off. A pot of Vaseline or petroleum jelly works very well. It's very inexpensive from the dollar store. So people like to get Olay wipes to take their makeup off. Sometimes when we do heavier projects, it takes multiple wipes to get the makeup off. So it's a little more expensive. Pond's, P-O-N-D-S, cold cream is been around for decades and works very well. It emulsifies the makeup and then you wipe it off. Now, for your purposes and for your comfort, I would suggest bringing in a box of tissues. The only thing we have at Ramapo are paper towels that are very crunchy and very rough. I think you can go and find some toilet paper in the restrooms to wipe off your makeup, but either one of those might hurt your face and feel kind of rough. So bring in something. You can also do a washcloth or a face towel, probably not white because makeup will look pretty gross on it. But you want to bring something soft to be able to wipe off the cold cream and the makeup at the end of the project. I'd like you to get a small scissors. It can be a child's school-size scissors. It doesn't have to be elaborate, but you need a scissors to cut crepe hair and to cut certain things. So include a scissors. And an old CD or DVD that's scratched or, it's been a reject, we use that as a mixing palette. So you can put makeup on it and you can mix colors on it. You can do prosthetics on it because it's a smooth surface. So also put that in your kit. Additional items that are required for your comfort, again, facial tissues. I think they're optional, but personally I would get tissues, a washcloth, and you'll need additional triangular makeup sponges. Can be from the dollar store, CVS, Walmart, Walgreens. There are about 3 or 4 in your kit. You'll need approximately a dozen. So if you want to share a bag of sponges, that's fine. We use 1 sponge per day. We rotate the sides to use different colors on it, but sponges are pretty gross if you try to use them, so you don't want to do that.